Hello, you're watching Adelshaw Goddard's Employment Channel. In today's programme, we look at a recent headline-grabbing tribunal decision that an employer's refusal to match shared parental pay with enhanced maternity pay amounted to sex discrimination. We look at the law and what this ruling means for you. Now then, employers have been grappling with whether or not to enhance shared parental pay ever since shared parental leave, or SPL, was first introduced in 2015. Co-parents taking SPL can share up to 50 weeks of leave and 37 weeks of pay. Statutory shared parental pay, or SSPP, is paid at exactly the same weekly rate as statutory maternity pay, or SMP, apart from the fact that the first 6 weeks of SMP are paid at 90% of pay. Crucially though, there is no statutory requirement for employers who enhance maternity pay for their female employees to match this for employees taking shared parental leave. The government's view is that it isn't unlawful to differentiate in this way, but commentators have argued there's a risk that this would be discriminatory. So far, there's been very little case law, and what we have had has supported the government's approach. In Hextall and Chief Constable of Leicestershire Police, a tribunal decided that it wasn't discriminatory to pay enhanced maternity pay but only SSPP. The tribunal rejected the argument that male claimants taking shared parental leave were entitled to compare themselves with women on maternity leave, instead finding that the correct comparator was a woman taking shared parental leave. As a result then, the direct discrimination claim failed because there was no less favourable treatment. However, in this latest case, Ali and Capita, a different tribunal has now gone the other way. Mr. Ali began working for Capita following a 2P transfer, while female transferring employees were entitled to an enhanced maternity pay package of 14 weeks full pay, followed by 25 weeks of SMP. By contrast, male transferring employees were only entitled to 2 weeks fully paid ordinary paternity leave. So, after his daughter's birth in 2016, Mr. Ali took 2 weeks of fully paid ordinary paternity leave, but when his wife was advised to return to work to combat postnatal depression, he asked for more time off. And he was told, OK, you can take more time off, you can take shared parental leave, but you'll only receive SSPP. He argued that he should be entitled to the same enhanced payments as female transferring employees, so up to 14 weeks of full pay. He brought claims for direct and indirect discrimination, and he was successful in his claim for direct discrimination. Controversially in this case, the tribunal allowed Mr. Ali to compare himself to a woman on maternity leave, rather than just limiting him to a comparison with a woman on shared parental leave. The tribunal went on to find that the different approach to pay was less favourable treatment of men taking leave for the purpose of caring for their child, compared with women taking leave for exactly the same purpose. And although the Equality Act allows special treatment to a woman in connection with pregnancy or childbirth, the tribunal couldn't see why enhanced pay should be exclusive to female employees for longer than 2 weeks after the birth, so found that the special treatment derogation didn't apply here. However, the tribunal did dismiss Mr. Ali's indirect discrimination claim on the grounds that the provision, criteria or practice relied on was the maternity policy, and as this wasn't a gender-neutral policy, there was no indirect discrimination. So, where does this leave us now? Well, we've now got conflicting tribunal decisions on this issue, neither of which are binding. However, both cases are to be appealed, and the EAT's decision will be binding, so this is definitely an area to watch. In the meantime, if you do currently offer different pay for maternity leave and shared parental leave, you'll no doubt want to follow these appeals and consider your response if the EAT upholds the decision in Ali and Capita. Options to consider then include, firstly, whether you might want to reduce your enhanced maternity pay down to statutory rate only. so that it's the same rate as shared parental pay. Of course, the downside with this is that it may be pretty unattractive from an employee relations point of view. So, secondly, a better option might be to try to equalise maternity pay and shared parental pay, perhaps by reducing your maternity pay and uplifting your shared parental pay and meeting somewhere in the middle. Finally, the most expensive option is, of course, to uplift shared parental pay so that it matches your existing enhanced maternity pay rates. You might be wondering then, well, what's everybody else doing about this? Well, research for the Chartered Institute of Personnel and Development indicates that the uptake of shared parental leave has actually been pretty low so far, with only 5% of eligible dads opting to take it. So you might feel that the cost of uplifting shared parental pay is a price worth paying to avoid discrimination complaints and to become an employer of choice. Now, a quick straw poll across some of our clients shortly after this decision came out indicated that many aren't enhancing shared parental pay just yet, although many of them also don't enhance their maternity pay either, which doesn't present any problems. However, we'd be really interested to hear from you to make this research more meaningful. What approach are you taking? And is this likely to change? If you get a chance, please complete our 2-minute survey at the bottom of the screen and send it back to us. We'll treat all responses confidentially, but we'll share any general insight we receive, anonymously of course, with everyone who responds. You can find a template survey email to fill out and return at the bottom of your screen now. That's all for today then from Adelshaw Goddard's Employment Channel. Thank you for watching and see you next time.